Recently, I had the opportunity to visit Sligo and I was enchanted by its beauty and the warmth of its people. Sligo is famous for its historical culture, being a final resting place for the revered poet W.B Yeats, and its 5,000 years old prehistoric monuments, as well as the legendary warrior Queen Maeve. And not to forget its famous sawmills by the O'Connor family. Peter O'Connor took over the business from his family and developed a housing for his workers across the strait from the factory. And who would not be fascinated by its breathtaking landscape? Sligo town is quiet and lovely. Nonetheless, it has all the necessary facilities for shopping and others for its little community. If you crave for something unique, there are ample of cafes and restaurants offering cuisines from different countries. It is good to know that in such a small town, plenty of different cuisines are available to choose from, and surprisingly many halal foods are available here as well. Get carried away by the Garavug River, which flows from Loch Gill towards the Atlantic Ocean. This mill was owned by an English landlord, where law was passed to permit privileged owners to build and work on corn mills, of which needed to be paid for by its tenants, i.e. locals, to grind their mills. The mill was passed down to Martin family, believed to be Scottish origin. Also, mills were a major source of income of people in Sligo since the 17th century. And then you can stop by this bay to walk to Coney Island before the water level starts to rise in the evening. Make sure you do not get stranded in the island when you reach there. There is only a family who lives on that island as permanent inhabitants. Take a long walk at Knocknarea heading towards Queen Maeve Cairn. It was believed that a warrior by the name of Owen Bell was initially buried erected facing the north with his sword on his hand so that the Connaught man would win every war with the northern man. A different source stated that Queen Maeve was buried there. Nonetheless, archaeological findings found skeleton with a sword beside it. As you head towards Caramel, you will find the largest of 4 megalithic cemeteries. The area they were built between 3,400 before Christ and 2,000 before Christ. Some of them were destroyed since 1,800. Typically, Caramel passage stones consist of a circle of large boulders with a roofed chamber at the center. The chamber at Listowgill is the largest of the series of Caramel. It seems that the circle and chamber were constructed at about the same time around 3600 BC, and that the chamber was freestanding with its circle like the smaller monuments. It seems likely that the chamber had some kind of small cairn to support and stabilize the structure. When the chamber was excavated in 1997, it was found that the chamber stones were sitting on the surface of the platform, not in sockets as might expected. The only stone deeply buried is the large slab of limestone which forms the backstone of the chamber. It is hard to imagine that the monument could have stood freely without a supporting cairn, and indeed packing stones were found around the chamber during excavation. Last but not least, do not forget to enjoy the beautiful beach.